Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a great game. I'm really proud of our guys. I mean, I can't be more proud of them. We never gave up. We were down, and you know, we just kept fighting and fighting, and had an opportunity there to tie the ball game. And you know, we didn't have a good pass and didn't execute that play real well. But a lot of it had to do with Metro's aggressiveness. And you know, the other thing is Metro played a great game. I think the start of the game was the difference in the ball game, where they got up. Metro seems to do that to you. They punch in you know, what we call punch in the mouth, their intensity. And then I thought, you know, I mean, I thought that's how you have to play Metro. You have to play like we did some of the second half. And, you know, we didn't do that in the first half. But a lot of that has to do with their pressure and their intensity. They kind of got, you know, they were running clock, but, you know, I think that worked in our favor in the end and helped us get back in the game.
Yeah, well, we played Meisch basketball and just kept fighting and just tried to keep biting away at the lead, and you know, just a little short this time, but that's all right. I had a fun career, and to be honest with you, a year ago I thought I'd never play again. And I'm just happy that Coach gave me one more shot, and I got to play with all these guys again, and Luke and all the seniors this year. And hats off to Metro for playing as good as they did, and best of luck to them.
You know, we really didn't change anything. I just thought that we started taking the ball to the basket and getting inside. We were able to do that a little more. You know how as the game goes along, the defensive intensity, it just can't help but not be as intense as it is in the first part of the game. And you know, I thought that had something to do with it. Foul trouble, matchups, things like that, all have a play in that. And then, you know, we just started fighting too. I mean, we just started fighting, and that's what we were saying: keep fighting, keep fighting. And that's what we did. And so, you know, it was a fun game. It was fun to watch our guys just lay it out there on the line. I'm really proud of them.
Coach, one thing I know you wanted to improve on from last game was your turnover ratio. Only had 6 turnovers tonight. Unfortunately, didn't capitalize on a lot of those, only getting 9 points off turnovers.
Right. That helped us in the game. That helped us late. You know, I mean, 6 turnovers. That's, you know, against a Metro team. There's not very many teams that can do that. To have 6 turnovers against Metro, and but you know, I think obviously if we didn't have that, it would have been, you know, I think the score could have been a little bit wider when we made that comeback. But I don't know. I thought we did a really good job bringing the ball up the floor against their press, and we do. We have a good system for that. Just a little bit of history on Metro. I've coached here 13 years, and I had to coach against Mike Dunlop. All right. So I came here my first year, and we had 30-some turnovers each time I played Metro. And so we worked on a system against Metro, against all that presses, and we do it every single week. We work on it. And, you know, sometimes we don't do it as well as others, but I think we do a really, really good job against the presses.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of talent top to bottom. Gokul came in, gave us great minutes. So did Caleb, and also Will Carr. I mean, just having a body that size can help you out. And Caleb was really active there, got us going a little bit. And, I mean, a lot of you guys don't get to see all the other guys on the bench, but they can also play. I mean, they're all really good players. And it motivates our starters to really get going. And you got to come with it every single day in practice and in games, or else, I mean, you're going to be subbed right out, and they're going to be playing the minutes.
Just talk about the battle underneath the rim. A lot of big guys got in foul trouble. You were one of the lone.
Yeah, just try to, you know, play smart as well, and drive the basketball on those guys, and, you know, I had success doing that and drawing fouls on them. But I mean, they're a really good team rebounding, and they swarm to the ball, and they have the size to go along with that, and it makes it tough to play. But we also, I mean, we fought hard, and we got those rebounds in the second half, and it let out some runouts for us, and Brett knocking down shots and kind of getting that run going.
Can you talk about your career here at
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I came here as a walk-on, earned my time, and I can't ask for anything more than I've gotten with the opportunity to come all the way from that. At times I thought I was never going to play, but stuck with it, stuck to the system, found my role, and can't ask for anything more. The teammates are the best. I couldn't imagine any other teammates. Getting to spend the 5 years with Brett and 4 years with Trevor Wages and 5 years with Clay Boatwright, it really, we formed really good bonds, and they're great friends off the court.
Coach, can you talk about what these two teams and the other teams have to get to your program?
Their commitment and their coachability and just everything, buying into our system and what we do and believing in what we do, and then working hard, working on their skill sets and just doing the things that we require in our program. They never questioned it, and it's just been an amazing run. To have, I think Brett's the all-time winningest player ever to play at Mines in terms of wins. How many is that, Colin? 4 NCAA tournaments. Luke's been to 4 and 3 as a player. Trevor's been to 3 as a player. Most players never get 1. So, and then, it's just an amazing group. And I think, the last thing the only thing I can think of is legacy. I think they've just built an amazing legacy for especially the younger guys that are coming up, and accountability that there's a lot for our younger players to stand up to, and especially when these guys come around, and they will.
And just talk about having 3 teams from the RMAC in this regional tournament, how close the games were, and would you say that the RMAC is one of the top teams in Division II?
Oh, I think anybody that's ever watched an RMAC game would say that. There's a lot of people that don't, because maybe we don't get the media coverages, but I think if you come to a game, an RMAC game, especially a Mines Metro game, or if you saw that Metro Springs game last night, UC Springs is just doing awesome. You'd think, how come the RMAC didn't have more than 3? I think that would be the question. If you saw the other teams from the other leagues, I think you'd think, how come Metro? But there's a formula for all this stuff, and I think that's what they go by. And so, but I'm really proud of the RMAC and how, obviously we're going for Metro, go RMAC all the way to the national championship.
Coach Clark said it was a shame that all 3 RMAC teams on one side of the bracket, that they couldn't play other teams and showcase the non-conference wins. Would you agree?
I would agree. But they won't, my assistant, Brad Schick, he has all the columns and he does that stuff. He fits right in at Mines. And so he spends all these hours on Sundays doing all this, and so we kind of knew where things were going to land a little bit, just in our prediction, even though we don't talk with anybody. We just thought it was going to be something like this, and it would have been nice if we would have played someone else, like we did last night. But you know what? You still got to win games. You still got to win wherever you're at. You still got to play someone if you want to move on. It's the time of the year you win one, you get to play one more.